We are your home theater and AV questions answered. This is AVRant. Want your home theater or AV question answered by Tom and Rob? Send it to question@avrant.com. Welcome to AVRant. I'm Tom Andry, and I'm here with
Rob H.
John on Facebook. John asks us what power strips we use and what do we recommend buying. Do they filter out noise, and what are the price ranges? Okay, if I'm buying a power surge protector or whatever for devices in my house, I just kind of buy whatever. I can't be bothered to value shop or any of that stuff. Whatever's got some sort of like trip light or whatever's got some sort of warranty on it. UL certified. UL certified is what I'm looking for. As long as it's got that, I'm good. Okay. In my home theater, there's only one name. I mean, I do have a Panamax in here, but that was because it was a review unit and they never asked for it back. The only ones I really trust, the only ones I've ever purchased myself, are APC. And they have a huge range of different products based on what you need. So you get everything from battery backups to certain little power strips, and everything in between. So it's basically based on what you want. Now, the ones that I have in here are the H15. I also bought myself an H10, which, basically just a slightly smaller unit, slightly fewer features. And it's now living at my parents' house because I don't need it in here anymore. But the 15 is in here, and it tells me right now that my voltage is up a little bit. I'm at 124. 123, 124. Sometimes it'll dip down to 119, 118. And it keeps that voltage steady to all of my products up here. If we're getting really weird spikes and stuff like that, it'll click in and out. And the clicking is telling me that it is stopping excess voltage from happening. It'll also boost the voltage if it gets too low. You can plug in your cable into that and Ethernet and all that stuff to make sure that any surge will go through it as well. You will get some cable signal lost, especially through if you have a regular cable or whatever. I've had problems with that in the past where I've sent it through here and I've lost some channels because the signal loss happens. So you have to kind of deal with that. But that's what this one does. And if that's what you need, a lot of them will do that. It's all depending on what you need and the prices. Now, I think this one, when I bought it, was $100, but this was quite a few years ago, and it was during a sale. Okay. So there you go.
So I'll start at the bottom. If all you need is more outlets with surge protection and he asked about noise filtering, electromagnetic and radio frequency interference, noise filtration. APC, again, I'm complete agreement with Tom. The only brand that I buy for myself is APC. So they have their P8V, which goes for between $35 and $40. So I don't think that's an exorbitant amount of money. The thing I really like about the P8V model is that it does not reduce the current at all. The full 15 amps goes through. So I actually really like to use that for being my surge protector on a subwoofer or on an amplifier, because a lot of times plugging those into something that does voltage regulation or battery backup or whatever doesn't play so nice with a lot of subwoofers and amplifiers. But I still like to have some just regular surge protection in case there's a lightning strike. The P8V does a great job for that for not a ton of money. So I like that. Now, for me, if I'm going to get anything that is more than just a simple surge protector with multiple outlets, I want battery backup. So their Back-UPS units, like they have their Back-UPS 550 that gives you 4 outlets that have battery backup and 4 outlets that just give you surge protection and noise filtration. For me, that's a great unit for plugging your modem or your router into, because when the power goes out, you don't lose your internet access. The battery keeps that running for at least a good half hour or so on a unit like that. They have ones that are a little bit more wattage, like the UPS 750, for example. But I like those $65 or so for the Back-UPS 550, so that's a nice thing to throw on there. Plug your modem and your Wi-Fi router into that. Then for home theater equipment, I really like their J-Type series. Again, these are battery backups. So the J25 is about $250. That thing can keep like my whole theater actually up and running for a good 25 minutes. It's a solid battery in that thing. So I really like the J25. That's a huge value on that one. They also have their J35, which is $350. It adds voltage regulation and an even bigger battery. So if you do want voltage regulation, the J35 is out there for $350. It's not too crazy, but yeah, that's the equipment I would recommend and use myself.
There you go. Want your question answered? Send it to question@avrant.com. This is AVRant.
Now go out and listen to something.